Hello, Internet. Welcome to demo number 10, I think we're up to. I'll try and correct myself, I'll keep track. This is Mona, the Endless Journey, with a... I'm going to have to assume that I'm not going to get copyright claimed for this particular piece of music. You'd hope so. What with it being... How many years old is this? At least a couple of centuries at this point, so I should be fine. It's NextFest, February 2026. I'm going to play Mona the Endless Journey's demo. I'm going to give it 30 minutes of my time to see what it is all about, and that time starts now. Interesting. Mona is immune to damage from monsters. Well, that seems broken. Okay, we've got 2.5D. We've got actual voice, to an extent. We've got some very wibbly water. We've got a pillow. Animation's nicely done. No anti-aliasing, I'm noting. Whoa. Whoa! That's really loud. Pillows can be used to fend off attacks from behind. I mean, I didn't know that, but... hidden level. Okay. I mean, atmospheric. Hello? Okay, can I change the volume settings? Because, dear lord, that's loud. Oops, no, not that. Right, I think that's probably... Every time... Key info, whale steles lit, map pieces found, trophies found. Okay, so we are very slow moving, which is fine. It strikes me as that kind of game. We don't have a jump or an attack. Pressing circle makes a lovely little noise. L1, L2, R1, R2. Nothing. So this is going to introduce us to things as we go, I assume. Hello? Oh, you're awake too. Do I know you? Who are you? Want to get out of here? Yeah? Go rest on the sofa for a bit. Get your strength back. That's not a sofa. Restore defaults. Feeling better? I'll handle the fighting. You just stay safe, okay? Okay. Here, take this. Whoa, toffee? My favourite, thanks. So you really do know me? It's just us two now. We've got to figure out how to save the others. You're the best at getting rid of these shackles. Others? The shackles? Wait, who's been capturing us? Come on, I'll tell you on the way. Toffee? Used to restore health. From a forgotten corner, I fished out a toffee. Every time I awoke on the sofa, a few more toffees would mysteriously appear. I like that as a premise. So we have got consumable healing that refreshes at save points. Whoa! So now if I press square, the other girl appears and attacks. There's a giant whale in the background, I've just noticed. Oh, okay, so we're doing 2.5D. That's still really loud. Oh, now I can jump. Wait, what are these things? Beats me. Creepy monsters? Oh, they're the bad guys? Yup. If something's in the way, we get rid of it. You haven't separated your UI and game world controls, so if you press jump to clear out the end of the dialogue box, you jump behind it as well. Bots must die. I'm assuming that's currency in the top right hand corner that we're collecting. Okay, that's kind of weird, but I see what they're going for. Could do with a little bit more feeling of impact on those attacks. Conch of Life. Equipment. Increases maximum HP. Okay, we've got a badge system with a grid to put things on. I like the vibe of this. It feels weird. It doesn't feel super fluid. But I like the vibe. Perfect parries can accumulate a large amount of debuff value. Monsters can be executed after they enter a weakened state. Ooh, that slowdown didn't feel great. That is not what I expected at all. Oh dear. Oh, that tickled me greatly. Left bumper to defend against remote damage. Oh, she just somersaults over stuff. Right, some of the sound effects are mixed really badly. They're a chunk louder than everything else. Doggy sounds. Oil lamp. Light up surroundings. Can I... Oh yeah, we've got a nice little lamp on our hip now. I'm really intrigued by this. The vibes are good. Oh no! There was a tutorial there and I missed it. Press L plus X, turn around and attack. Huh. Oh. Shortcut get? Okay. Yeah, I'm reasonably certain things are getting louder. Was that a whale stele? 2 more shackles. Once we undo them, it'll be free. Yeah, we'll need its help. then we can finally leave. Am I wrong? We still need to get the cube from that thing. What thing? Something you really don't want to see again. See what I mean about jumping? Restore defaults. Interesting that pressing left and right on the D-pad actually moves it up and down. Optimus die! Ugh! Skittering things! Exploration note, fragment 1. A torn piece of a map note. Where could the rest be? Looks like someone was here before us. They left a map. Huh. Interesting. Let's check it out. Maybe it'll help. You go ahead. Just call me if you need me. You stay with me. This place is so dark and creepy. I like being on my own. Stop coming over just to break jars. Yeah, the volume mixing is all over the place in terms of how loud things are. Wow, she is strong. Oh. Oh. Thought something had broken for a second. Hey there, chest. Naughty mainspring. Hold the attack button to unlock charged attack. Can we reach this? Oh, like that we can't. Aha! Aha! Another comfy chair. Oh, she sleep? This door is blocked by rocks. I can't open it. Needs a good bash to break through. Oh! Map! Whoa. Okay. I wonder how much... Ah, yes, of course. Stamina for evasion. But not for attack. And I do feel that's important. If you're going to have a stamina bar in a 2D game, and this is a 2D game, even though it's on a 3D plane. In my opinion, you either have stamina for attacks or stamina for defense. I kind of feel like that's the way we're supposed to be going. No, never mind. Ah! Spiders. Monsters attacked with red eye, glowing eyes can't be blocked. I love how she somersaults over. That's such a lovely little detail. Sewing kit unlocks a badge slot. Automatically unlocks a badge slot. Ah, Okay, I'm going to save that for when we get an odd-shaped one, then. Because that's clearly the way that's going to go. Yeah. So, there's a bit of kind of jank to the movements. Uh-oh. Nice catch. Thank you. Stop. Just ask me for a boost next time. You'll jump way further. Okay, you're so nice. If you were that nice, you guys wouldn't have treated me the way you did. Yeah, I'll ask you about it later. Oh, so we get a double jump by lifting. That's cool. Keep these leaves, they're useful. These are amazing leaves. They sound just like coins when you shake them. They're called Ruomo leaves. Everyone here loves them. Upgrade. Improves stamina efficiency when blocking attacks. Increases health restored by toffees when upgraded. So we just pool these in. Interesting. Teleports. Between... Oh. Ahem. Yeah, it's a shame about all the clipping with the dress and stuff on the combat so far is reasonably simplistic, but I think that's... Oh dear. Oh, she helps us up as well. Oh dear, I've died. Dead? Okay, I took way more damage than I'd realised then. In death, half of your leaves will remain where you fell. After awakening, travel to the Lost Land to retrieve them. Okay. Okay, so take it a bit more. Carry time is fairly tight. I really like the animations of the characters. It does very much remind me of how the Ender games do it. Ender Lilies, Ender Magnolia. Nice job. Perfect timing. She just ripped his head off. Oh my god, my health. Oh, damn it. The wrong button. Fairly challenging, this one. Just casually throws the head away. Ah, that didn't block at all for reasons. Jeez, okay. It's really difficult to tell when they're going to attack. There's not a sense of rhythm to this combat yet. Pop. Pop. Just ignore these guys. Oh, there's a ladder there. Candy box increases the maximum amount of candy you can carry. This feels, in some ways, a bit jank, but I'm really quite liking it. Some toffee? Uh-oh. Ouch. Jesus. The blocking and guarding and stuff doesn't feel great. You know, as always, it stuff feels good when it works. What's this? It's a brick. Just throw it. Okay. A brick commonly found on the ground. Oh. Well, I threw it. Yeah, I'm not getting the feeling of the combat down. I feel like it's just a little bit too difficult to tell. What an enemy's going to do. Oh, he's not dead. Now he is. Flame pot. Map fragment 2. And coffee. The devil's deal? Wait, don't hit me. I'm not with him. Let me make you a deal. I'm searching for a rare demon mask. Can't we find it and I'll reward you handsomely? Okay. Can't actually interact with him. He just kind of shows... Okay. There have been a number of games that have experimented with plane shifting in 2.5D. Such a good vibe. Oh, hello. Oh god, there's loads of them. I can't see myself and I've been stun locked to death. Right. I don't think the combat is responsive enough for that number of enemies at once. To be honest, I think the ambush thing where you get an enemy on either side is possibly too much for how the combat feels right now. I like what you were going for, but it's not there yet. Yeah, the timing is just weird. I really like the idea of this duo. You know, the girl with the pillow being us, and this Alice in Wonderland, Madness Returns version of Alice. God, I'm getting my ass handed to me. Rut. Oh. I didn't like that. Can I... Oh. Yeah, I can. More toffee. Oh god. At least we get enough time to do the kind of perfect dodge, or the dodge from their red attacks. Yeah, it doesn't feel responsive enough. The parry, it doesn't feel responsive enough. It sometimes just doesn't do anything, and that feels bad. Soul binding tree. Hello? Camera work's a bit weird. Wow, Lisa, Mona, so glad to see you two. Hi, Tina. Who are you? I'm Tina. Mona, you never told her about us. Ah, so Mona is... Because the game's called Mona, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah, Mona, The Endless Journey. So we aren't Mona. Mona is the creepy girl with the knife. That's why I saved you first. You talk too much. Thank you, Mona. I really owe you this time. But what happened, exactly? It's a long story. So long that it doesn't quite fit into this dialogue box. We were all hanging out, chatting about whose turn it was to go out for a walk. Then suddenly everything started spinning. And when I opened my eyes, I was already locked inside this mirror. I could see you two fighting those monsters from in there. I kept cheering you on as loud as I could, but you couldn't hear me. Any longer, we'd all be stuck here forever. Hey, I haven't talked to anyone in ages. Fine, take me up. But don't worry, those tough things up ahead, I can bash through them. Got it. They have actually put tape on her mouth. Tina, summon Tina to charge forward in a straight line. Excellent armor breaking effect. Attacking, blocking, and especially perfect blocks will accumulate the blue gauge. Unleashing a partner skill requires sufficient blue gauge. Okay. Yeah, so very Ender Lilies style. Oh. A load of points into toffee upgrades. Whoa, okay. Yeah. Right now, the slowdown that we get for that doesn't quite feel natural. It feels more like the game's slowing down for the wrong reasons rather than the right reasons. Uh-oh. Boss? Tina tutorial. Break this shield. Oh. Oh god. Jesus, okay. Yeah. I really like what they are going for here, but right now it feels kind of unresponsive and difficult to judge. It's almost like all the animations are a bit floaty. And because our evasion is tied to this stamina bar... Right, shield's gone. I'm... Oh, I think I've clipped outside the... Okay, so we get rid of the shield, but we need, I think, Tina's shield breaking to do that. And the blue bar doesn't refill at... Yeah, I actually think having a stamina bar... No. Anyway, the time is up, and unfortunately, I think that the combat needs some tweaks here. The fact that we are tied to this little Breath of the Wild style stamina meter above our head for a fight where realistically, you know, this is quite an aggressive enemy. So either we stay completely out of range, or we use up pretty much all of our stamina trying to either block or evade its attacks, and we just don't have a big enough bar to stay close enough to actually do damage to him. I think part of the issue is that this just sometimes doesn't work. And more importantly, you've got to do it early, because it doesn't actually guard until it's fully up. So there's a half second there before you actually get any benefit from it whatsoever. Oh, it's got such long range. And he can just unlock us like that. Now, the combat system is really interesting in theory, but in practice doesn't feel good. And that's a shame, because I'm really enjoying the vibes of this. I'm loving the setup, the 3D world on a 2D plane, and so on and so forth. It's oddly creepy in very much an Alice Madness Returns versus Ender Lilies style way, but the combat is letting it down. It needs a lot of work on responsiveness and game feel, and frankly, the way the stamina system currently works just isn't right for how aggressive these enemies are. Maybe if it felt more responsive, I'd feel differently, but it doesn't feel responsive, and that's a problem, because you just don't know what the enemy is going to do. Is it going to spin around and stab you, or is it going to step back? Is it going to launch into its 3-hit combo, or what is it going to do? And as far as I could tell, I wasn't getting any real feel that there was a system or pattern. It was just a case of block all the time and then hope you've got space to actually actively take advantage of any breathing room that the boss gives you. It's weird. It's very, very weird, and I'd be very interested to hear from any of you that have tried this for yourself. This strikes me as the kind of game that people will try for NextFest, because it's just got something kind of weird about it. As a Metroidvania, it's like, well, we've got a map, we've got a charm style system. Switch partner, switch item. Combination attacks, use skills, sprint, roll, interact, jump, dodge, badge required, bullet time, unlock required. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I really like the concept of this, but I think the execution needs a good chunk of work. So Mona, the Endless Journey. Let's take a look at the full game site page, rather, on Steam. A 3D side-scrolling Metroidvania. Players play a fragile pillow-carrying girl adventuring in a nightmarish fantasy continent. They rescue powerful companions, traverse mysteries, solve puzzles, fight eerie creatures, and uncover the world's hidden truth. Developed by Hidden Level, published by Compan Games. I know absolutely nothing about this, but I really like the concepts that are being presented here. I just feel like the responsiveness... In fact, I'm just looking at a GIF on the page here, and this combat looks a lot more responsive than what I'm seeing and feeling in game. So yeah, maybe it's a frame rate issue, maybe I don't know, but it's going on my wish list anyway, because I'm very much enjoying the vibe. I just need the gameplay feel to be really kind of tightened up and worked on and made more responsiveness. Let's take a very quick look at the Steam forums. What are people saying about this? There's not many posts on this, unfortunately. Opinions about fights. I played the demo version, liked the graphics, liked almost everything, but it seems to me that 3 enemies in one battle is very difficult. In fight, girl moves too slow. The developer replies with, thanks for playing the demo, showing your thoughts. We're glad you enjoyed the graphics. We note your feedback of the battle, difficulty in the movement, speed and combat. We'll carefully consider how to balance that. Seconding this, some of these enemies are just way too over the top. Says a second poster. You're just dead before you can do a thing about it. The fact that you cannot dodge or block while the black-haired girl is in an attack animation is a death sentence and doesn't really make much sense in the game like this. And I think that actually maybe is part of the problem. You know, why can't you block if you are two separate characters? That doesn't make any logical sense. There should realistically be defensive animation cancelling. You know, I'm not saying that Mona should be able to attack while you are in a defensive stance, but she should be able to start bringing her pillow up, and that should stop you from attacking again. So yeah, that's a very good point. I think that probably needs working on because of the speed, as that poster said, of the enemies. Not being able to animation cancel into a pillow. That sounds really strange. Into a parry or a block. It not only feels kind of off, but even logically, from a logical standpoint, it doesn't make any sense. They're two separate characters, I'm assuming. I'm also really surprised that Mona is the black-haired girl. Because Lisa is our protagonist, but Mona is the person that the game is named after. Which I thought was really interesting. Yeah. Really, really intrigued by this one. Really intrigued by this one. It's a test build. Yeah, just demo info. No AI disclosure on this one, which is nice. I was really disappointed with that previous demo for Mask of Soul. This needs some work, but I really like the idea. I really like the idea of this one. In fact, I think this is the longest video in my NextFest series so far, so I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for watching, folks. Let me know if you try this one for yourself. What do you think of the combats? Because everything else I've got no real complaints about. It feels slightly janky, slightly clunky, slightly slow, but I think that kind of fits what they're going for. But the combat, I think, needs to be more responsive for what they are going for. Until next time, have yourselves a great day. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.